using this paint app to act as our notes that we would normally take in class. So you can feel free to get out a piece of paper and a pencil and take these notes with me, or you can just watch the video. So I'm going to start off with our first topic for at-home learning, and that is going to be perimeter. You're going to have to excuse my handwriting. It is really hard to write with this pen. So perimeter, and you might be saying, Ms. V, that word sounds really familiar. Well, that's because throughout the year I've told you, guys, make sure that you cut around the perimeter of your paper. Or maybe it's even a word that you remember from 3rd grade. It is something you learned last year. So the first thing we need to know is, what is perimeter? Perimeter is the distance around. I'm going to put around in all capital letters. That's going to be really important to know. Around a figure. And I'm saying a figure because when you get older, it won't always be a regular shape. But in 4th grade, we are going to concentrate on rectangles and squares. So there is 2 other vocabulary words that are going to be super important for us to know to find perimeter. One of them is length, and the other is width. I'm going to draw myself a beautiful rectangle over here. You guys know how great of an artist I am. Not really, but length. Length is going to be how long our rectangle is. So when I'm looking at this rectangle, I'm going to look to see how long it is. So this side would be a representation of where length would be. And if I know this side is length, then we also know that this side is also our length. Our width is how wide our rectangle is. So here's my width, and if this side is width, then you guys got it. This is also my width. So we're going to need those 2 things to figure out the perimeter of squares and rectangles. So with perimeter, we need to follow a formula. And what this formula is, it is our equation that helps us to solve for perimeter. So for a rectangle, our formula is going to be length plus width plus length plus width. What do you notice? How many sides are we adding up? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's because a rectangle has 4 sides. So when you are finding perimeter, you have to make sure that you are adding up 4 sides. So for example, if I have a rectangle, I'm going to draw myself another rectangle here, and I have a length of 5 centimeters, and if this side is 5, that also means that exactly this side is also 5. And then I also have a width of 2 centimeters. So if this side is 2, then its opposite side is also 2. So now to find the perimeter of my shape, I'm going to add up all of the numbers around the shape. So to follow my formula, I have length plus width plus length plus width. And that will give me my perimeter for this rectangle. So if I'm looking at this equation, I'm going to make this as easy for my brain to add up as possible. So I see that 5 and 5 is 10. And I also see that 2 plus 2 is 4. So if I add 10 and 4 together, I get exactly 14 centimeters, our unit of measurement for this rectangle. So I have a perimeter of 14 centimeters for this rectangle. Great job, guys. So now we're going to move on